Welcome, or welcome back, to the conversation on a next deal for the United States that's been going on for some time since we began this project at the Y Meeting Center a few years ago. And the idea that started this was that attempts by the recent administration, the previous one, to reground the American social contract not in what government role would be in our lives, but on the assumption that we're all on our own. Good luck, become your own pension fund manager, do your own health care, take care of yourself. That idea not only did not succeed politically, it is now impossible given the current economic situation of 2009. But equally impossible, given all of the debt that we have accrued and are about to incur additional trillions, it is not possible to envision a massive social welfare scheme such as the New Deal created. So what are we going to do to develop a social contract, to revise the one we have in such a way that the relationship between the state and the individual results in a feeling of economic security on the part of our citizens? We have learned from the 20th century that when the citizens of a democracy do not feel that their economic security is comfortable, that they have confidence in it, very bad things will happen to that political economy and to that state. We are at a critical point now because of the deep economic events of the last 6 months. As you know, World War I was known at the time as the Great War. That lasted until World War II. And it became known as World War I. We have something called the Great Depression. It is possible that will become known as Great Depression I, and we are in the early stages of GD2. This makes revising the social contract not simply an exercise in thought, it's an absolute necessity for the livelihood of individuals and, frankly, the survival of Western democracies. That's the point of this conversation we've been having now for a few years that we invite you to join and participate in, not so much to have very specific policy debates about the exact details of a different reform proposal, but to clarify what the underlying principles should be of a sustainable social contract under the stresses that we are now facing.